Don't trust these new freelancers.
Hi everyone, I'm Destin Legary, and today we'll be taking a tour of Fort Tarsis. BioWare sat down with us and introduced a few key characters you'll meet as you explore the space where you'll get your solo story experience. Fort Tarsis will evolve and the people will go about their lives as you advance in your quests out in the open world, so be sure to talk with each so you don't miss out on any story elements. First, let's meet Zoe. She's your mechanic and will keep your javelin in working order while keeping you up to date on the gossip of this space.
If it isn't my favorite freelancer. I hear you've been busy.
I try.
You got Matthias back safe and sound. I had a good feeling about you ever since you turned up. Keep proving me right, okay?
While chatting, you will see some dialogue options that will impact your relationships with each character.
As long as I'm a freelancer, I'll keep doing my job. Simple as that.
Always the same story with you, isn't it? Can't say you're not focused. Well, a place like this, we all need a purpose once we get here, right?
You're not from the fort?
No. Never planned to be either. I was on a strider out of Helios. Had my sights on Anthem.
What happened?
Cataclysm. The sky turned yellow, the ground changed under us. The survivors were brought here.
It seems you made the best of it.
Didn't have the means to move on at the time, and now I've got work, a kid. I can't imagine being anywhere else.
Well, Fort's lucky to have you. Javelins don't take care of themselves.
I could say the same about some pilots.
Not me, though.
Right. You enjoy your downtime before the next job. So it'll be ready when you are.
There may not be romance options in Anthem, but that doesn't mean you can't develop meaningful relationships. In addition to the many characters, you'll find a lot of RPG staples. There are codex items that can be found that'll add context and lore, expanding your knowledge of the world. This is also where you'll find your vault, a place to store all of the items you need for your adventures. As for customization, let's take a moment to chat with Prospero, who will offer quests related to making your javelin stand out.
Hey there. I figured you'd make your way to me soon enough. You're the new freelancer I've been hearing about.
Only the good parts.
Oh, it's all good. The fact that anybody's talking about a freelancer is even better. Name's Prospero. I'm betting you're the one I've been waiting for.
Yeah? Why's that?
You understand being a freelancer is more than just a job. It's about pride. Pride in doing something well. Pride in your javelin.
Hasn't been much of that lately.
Intolerable. Who wants to charge into a fight looking plain and simple? What kind of statement does that make? Not when you could fly in looking like steel thunder come to life. A fistful of lightning in one hand and a hailstorm of pain in the other.
That's colorful.
Is what I do. When lancers want to make a statement, they buy something special for their javelin. Maybe custom decals or bodywork. I'm the guy they come to. Or used to. Hasn't been any demand. The Forge can't even build anything these days. I'm hoping you can change that.
How can I help?
We need to fire it up again. That takes Ember. And someone with the guts to collect it. If you can find some, I'm back in business. We both are. I'll teach you how to craft things.
Okay, I'll bite.
What I wanted to hear. You'll need to search for Ember outside the fort. Bring it here and we can start getting this place back on its feet.
Will do.
In the marketplace, there are plenty of characters to chat with. For example, Commander Vul. He manages the Sentinels, and you can think of them as the protectors of Tarsis. He gives us a brief introduction to his group and their history with the Freelancers.
Freelancer, a moment.
Me?
Yes, you. Sentinel Bar, oversee the repairs to the north wall this afternoon.
Yes, Commander Vul.
Sundown, no later. Is that clear?
Yes, Commander.
You wanted to talk to me?
Yes. Have you encountered much Scar activity recently?
Yes, they're everywhere.
That fits. Bar and other Sentinels have seen increased activity at the wall. Your kind range farther than my patrols reach, Freelancer.
Is there something I should know?
No. Nothing to be concerned about.
Good. I'm sure few scars won't be a problem for Fort Tarsis.
They won't. If one Sentinel stands, the wall remains.
I'll do my best to keep things from getting to that point.
I expect such bravado from a Freelancer, but your best isn't enough.
Straight talk. Fair enough. So what's missing?
Your lack of ego is surprising in one so young.
Thinking I know it all would get me killed out there, and you haven't answered my question.
Direct approach. I like that. The freelancers are too few, too scattered, and too unreliable.
And if I improve that?
Then things will change. But right now, I have a wall to walk. Stay vigilant, freelancer.
If you've been wondering about objectives, this early look did have a few. The Alliance is a system to reward friends for playing the game each week.
I once had a job end with scars, a one-eyed Ursix, and the biggest patch of shockbriar you've ever seen.
On the next table, we also had daily, weekly, and monthly challenges that promise rewards upon completion. But for now, these are all still being fleshed out. Earlier, I mentioned that the space will evolve over time. To show that, BioWare jumped us forward to give us a better impression of what you'll experience as the main story advances. Most of this is temporary as it's still an early build, so your experience may not be exactly the same, but let's take this opportunity to take a look at more of the space as it would look later in the game. A small example is the clutter that was removed from this space and replaced. But now there are new problems to deal with, like the newly acquired flooding issue, which you'll have to tackle. You wouldn't want the Cypher Bay to be damaged, especially seeing this is how your javelins get their intel. More importantly, up top, the previously blocked off section of the map is now open to us. Of course, you'll find more collectibles here and new characters to meet and learn about. There's a bar, which always promises more gossip and drama.
You know, I met a guy once that got sprayed right in the face by a Gazik.
Oh, I hear that's bad.
And I even found some especially fun items like this recording of the audio adventures of the Crimson Lancer.
Previously on Crimson Lancer. Kista!
Thanks for joining us to take an early look at this space. You'll have plenty more to discover in Fort Tarsis for yourself when the full game launches. Of course, for more on Anthem, be sure to keep it right here all month long for our IGN First.